Hi guys, Rickard Storm here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and in this video I will finally reveal the answer to the question I know that you're dying to know the answer to, namely, who pays for the first date? With the world around us changing rapidly, I decided to ask a question that you might have been asking yourself in your teens. Who should pay for the first date? I thought that the answer would be about 50-50 for heterosexual couples, but boy, was I wrong, or was I wrong? Because, as you will find out, old habit dies hard. And even habits that might seem outdated to some, and who are on the contrary to, shall we say, progressive values, still holds a firm hand in our day and age. Or does it? Well, you don't have to wait for long to get the answer. But before I do, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Obliterate that notification bell and give this video some likes if you like it. So, this is what I did. I decided to do a survey. So I asked the same question in 2 different groups on Facebook that I'm a member of to see if the results differed. The respondents could answer the question by choosing one of 4 options. Number 1, the woman should pay. Number 2, we will split it between us 50-50. Number 3, we will pay separately. And number 4, the man should pay. And I put it like this because I wanted to notice if people actually read the question, and they did. I structured it this way when the survey launched to make sure that the readers would actually read it and not check the first option immediately. My hypothesis before asking this group was that in one of the groups that have a lot of members with conservative values, I thought that the answer would be that the man should pay. In this group, there were people from all over the world, from the age of 18 up to 80, and both men and women are a member of this group. My theory was correct about how this group would respond. However, to my surprise, I discovered that splitting the bill so that you would pay 50-50 got 30% of the votes, while a staggering 70% voted that the man should pay. The other group, that was my reference group, had mixed values, and they were single or divorced women from the United States of America in the age range of 35 and up. My hypothesis was that since it is a group of strong and independent women, the majority would choose to pay it either 50-50 or separately. Both hypotheses that I've talked about were formed by my own biased opinions, and I'm not ashamed to confess that. So what did the second group answer? Well, it turns out that I was right here too, and they claimed that both should pay for what they ate and drank during the date. All who voted choose that option. So as you can see, I was pretty right, and it also tells you that statistics can be very manipulative if you only do it in certain groups. So I just want to tell you that here as well. And how should a first date be like? A first date should be all about getting to know each other a bit and to see whether the two of you are a good fit for each other or not. If you aren't, then you know that you weren't right for each other. In a recent article, Sherry Kimball shared her first date checklist that is purely amazing and will help you prepare yourself for your first date, and the video has popped up already. And if you're on my blog, you can just click that link. And if you're not on my blog, you can click the link in the description below and get 300 amazing dating tips. So will the first date be awkward? A first date does not necessarily need to be awkward, but it can be for several reasons. One of the most obvious reasons is if one of you are shy. It's perfectly natural to be a bit shy if you meet somebody for the first time. However, there are a few tips that I'm sharing with you on my blog that I really hope that you will take a moment and read if you're on my blog. Another common reason is that you run out of topics to discuss. It happens when the two of you don't know each other very well, and I have experienced that myself when I began dating in my late 20s. The silence will cease after a few seconds though, even if that may seem like an eternity to you, and also pretty awkward. It happens to everyone who is dating, so you're not alone. If you want to avoid it though, there will pop up a video somewhere around my head right now that discusses the best questions to ask on a first date. In that article, I share 45 unusual questions, and you will find that link to that very article in the description of the video that popped up recently. Even if you don't know each other, these questions will help you get to know your date a bit better. If it happens in the beginning of your first date, it's okay. However, you should start your next first date with one of these openers, and I link to my openers for first date article in the article on my blog here as well. How long a date should last will depend on the connection you feel between you and your date. There isn't really an ideal time. Every date is different, so I cannot really tell you how long it should be. What I can advise you to do, on the other hand, is that if you feel some kind of emotional connection between the two of you, you can try to make it a bit longer. The best approach that I know of is my 3-in-1 date concept. You start it in the morning with breakfast and end it in the evening with dinner. The time in between, the time you're eating, is filled with activities that are fun and creates a connection and an experience, a shared mutual experience that can create more attraction in each other and also more love for each other. Where should I go on a first date? Well, there are plenty of places to go, and many things to do, and many places to visit, right? Sometimes it can be hard to pick just one or two to do. Other times, however, you are at the other end and are thinking about what you could do but remains clueless. And if that happens, click the link in the description below and check it out, because there are 300 amazing dating ideas that I know you will appreciate. It is only you and your date who will decide whether a first date is good or not. First for yourself separately and then together when you talk to each other. You see, another thing that people are struggling with is that they don't feel comfortable when they are dating. And let me tell you that when I began dating, I had to move out of my comfort zone completely. And I will not lie to you. It was hard. It was really, really hard. I hated it at first, but then I began to enjoy the experience. Eventually, after a couple of years of trying and failing, I eventually found my soulmate. Would you like to know how I did it? Well, if you go to my blog, that's a link. That's the last link. No matter what you choose to do, now you know who pays for the first date at least. And that's mostly the man or that you split. So I wish you an amazing day and take care. Bye for now.